We will be painting an octopus with gold embellishments today. And on this particular piece, I did decide to do the gold first. And that was to kind of mute the red a little bit. And I wasn't sure exactly the colors I was going to do. This is one of the surreal sculptures that I've done. And I thought the lines on this one are black light line. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you love this kind of creative process. This octopus will be a little bit more, have a little bit more lavender. Here is the surreal sculpture of my strawberry cat. And it also, this octopus also doesn't have the vein lines or anything like that. And I didn't put it under blue light to see, if it has any effects. So, because I didn't use any particularly blue paint in it, so it shouldn't have any black light effects in this particular one. I just wanted to do this one also, same thing, but I did want to do him in a porcelain design, but that's a little pop surreal octopus there. This one we just finished. And this one even isn't completely finished yet. I do need a third layer of the gold. I will check it again in the light, but I wanted to get this video out, so I did most of it, and I did it with the time lapse so that you could see almost all of the steps that I was doing it. This is the raven one with the mushroom theme surreal, kind of showing the different ones that I also do with the gold. And there's one that I specifically did that had the red floral, and this one has the red leaves behind him. And I did do the raven here with the red floral design, and I really, really love this one a lot. So that's why I was like, what other creatures can I do this with? I just really like the look of it. So that's why I decided we are going to do an octopus one today. Another one of my favorite animals to paint. So this is the first layer of gold. I do love to have the red down behind it. I think it warms that gold up a little. But I do about 3 layers. It's not like you're really going to see the red through it, but I believe it makes it more congruent. Like you can, like the final layer, you might not be able to see the red through it, but it's definitely much better than when you put the gold on the white paper, because it takes many more layers of gold, and it just helps to really have a background color behind your gold. And lately I've been enjoying just doing that with the red. If you have to do super highlights, the other thing that I can suggest is, like, then it's kind of nice to have a little white behind, but you can paint where you're going to do those super highlights. You can paint some white, then let that dry and kind of use that. Kind of work backwards, if you know what I mean. So it looks very lavender-like in this film, and I suppose in a way it does come off very lavender, but it is a mix of the blues, a little bit of the magentas, and there's a little bit of greens. I wanted to blend it, but I also wanted to make sure some of those individual colors stood out, help them to stand out a little bit. At a distance, of course, you're not going to observe that really, but when you get up close to it, you'll be able to see a little bit of the greens and a little bit of the blue and purples. Well, I don't even want to call it purple because it's the magenta blended with the two blues. So the Carillion blue and then the darker, like a Prussian. I believe it's actually, it could be the Prussian, it might be the indigo I'm using. I do have two blues that I like to use for the darker. And as you know, if you've seen a lot of my work, just like the Raven, I didn't use any black in the Raven one that earlier in the video. That's actually the darker blues mixed with the reds to get a warm black. And yeah, so I do have black acrylic. I just don't regularly use the black at all. I just don't use it that much. And we'll get in really close here so we can see the eye. I did decide to put quite a bit of end up putting magenta in the eyes. I wanted it to reflect, if you will, the red floral, or it's not even a floral, it's more like just a leaf pattern, because I didn't put flowers in this particular pattern. And I still have to go over that pattern with red paint and do a bunch more red paint on it. So that will be one of the things that I will have to do probably tomorrow. I may have to, and as well as the final layer of gold paint will have to be done tomorrow. But it's basically going to look just like this. I mean, if you want to, I do have in the description below, I have the links to the stores. You can go see the wide range of artwork that I do and that I have there. And you'll see this one finished, and you probably will be able to see the difference. It's going to be just a very subtle, tight little things that I have to do still to this to finish it, like the third layer of gold and redding out the leaves. And I may have a few more highlights that I need to do because I wanted him to look wetter. And I wanted to also have splashes of water coming off of his tentacles, but I think I've changed my mind about that. I really enjoy him, and I feel like that might mess with the design. And I keep doing these with the intention of, I want to do another octopus with splashing in the water, but it doesn't really go with this design. So I'm like, okay, I'll have to do another octopus one, and or another octopus whale one. I love the octopus whale ones. I do have one. I have two octopus whale ones. One's very bluish, pop surreal kind of looking one left in the store. Well, as of making this video, I have. If you can't find it, then it's probably sold. But like I said, you can go in the description below, and there'll be links to the different platforms that have the artwork in them, and you can go into see what art I have left and what I have available. I'm working really hard on building the quantity of originals back up into the stores, because I got really low on inventory, and I'm hustling, I promise. But it's more important that the artwork looks amazing. So yeah. And again, here I started putting in some texture, but that's why I think I'm not quite done with all the highlights that I would like to do. Will kind of sleep on it and then look at it again with a different perspective in the morning. I think that really helps sometimes when you're creating something or painting something, is to cover it or turn it away or not look at it for a day. I have a little place that I prop them up so I can kind of look at them and kind of walk by, or when I'm doing other things in the day, and then I can kind of decide if it needs a little bit more, or if I just enjoy it so much the way it is, then that's just the way it's going to be. And I just have a feeling I'm going to want some wetter highlights on the octopus. I don't think it will interfere with the red. I don't feel like it'll interfere with the gold. The gold's already very shiny and wet looking. So I'm really leaning that I need some definitely highlights, because I did go ahead and increase the darkness in certain folds. I think it's as dark as I want it to go, but again, that's something that, again, I can look at after I've let the acrylic completely dry, because acrylics do dry a little darker than when you put them on. So at this point, I'm very happy with the octopus. So we're putting on a second layer of gold. I thought I would do that really quickly and record that part so you can see the difference. It's still a warm gold, but you can see the red getting pushed back and hiding more of that red. But I do believe I'm going to just do a third layer again. I'll look at it in the sun tomorrow and decide. But I'm pretty sure, even when I was finished, I'm like, we need one more layer of gold. And I do think I'm going to go in and make the octopus look wetter, like just some more lighter highlights, because I already did the darkest. So like before, and the finishing touches on any of my art is to go the lightest, lightest, and the darkest, darkest. And but most of the painting I'm working in the middle tones, so, or the middle values, either one.